We are live. What's going on, everyone? I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. They don't even deserve the hat. I'm not wearing the hat. I went to go put the hat on. I threw that on the bed. They don't deserve it. That was despicable. Despicable. They were up like what, 17 in the fourth quarter, up 13 late, and you just blow it. LeBron with the turnover. I know he saved the day last night, and he just gave it away. This was, oh my God, this is so frustrating. I always try to come on, keep my cool. I always try to come on and, try to, talk about, the positives of things. There's nothing here. This was despicable. Despicable. This was an inexcusable loss. Inexcusable. You do not lose this game. You do not. You do not lose this game. This was a choke job. You dominated and controlled the game. Lakers did everything in their power to blow and lose that game. I try to keep my cool. I try to, not the pendulum swing. This isn't that. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This was, to have that level of collapse, to turn the ball over, you're up 6 or whatever, 5. It was 5. You're up 5. You give up a 3. Okay. All you have to do is inbound the ball. The game's over. LeBron's the guy that inbounded the ball. And look, I praise LeBron. We hyped him up last night. LeBron lost that game. You're the best player, highest IQ. You're the guy. You're the guy. And you blew that game. Yes, you got us the game last night. That's great. That was last night. That wasn't tonight. You cannot turn the ball over in that spot. You can't. That's inexcusable to turn the ball over in that spot when you're the best player. You're the GOAT. Everyone, you're the guy. And you go and you turn the ball over? Again, that's inexcusable. I'm the first one to defend LeBron, but I'm also the first person to criticize him when he does something foolish. That was foolish. That was foolish. Didn't the Lakers still have a timeout? Use your timeout. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? We had a timeout because they used a timeout to get the lead back so Reeves could go and score. So if you can't get the ball in, use a timeout. What are we doing? What is that? Trying to force the ball into Austin Reeves? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. The Lakers lost this game. You do not lose this game. Look, Lakers have had some bad losses. This was the worst loss of the season. Given the circumstances, given how much we were up, how much we were winning, how well things were going, and then to collapse and fumble the way that we collapsed and fumbled, I don't care about anything else. Right? I don't care about all the other stuff up until that moment where you had the game. Game was over. Inbound the ball. Make your free throws. Game's over. You have a timeout in your pocket. And LeBron turned the ball over. Josh Giddey threw up a prayer and made it. So you gotta live with that. But we never should have been in that position. Never. Never should have been in that position. It's crazy how the Lakers just in this recent stretch have just found every possible way to lose. Instead of getting a win, going 2-2 on this back-to-back, righting the ship a little bit, kind of getting things back in order, what happens? They choke it. They choke it away. That's what this was. This was a choke job. This wasn't anything else other than an absolute botch job. That's what they did. They botched this. You cannot have this happen. You cannot. You can't be a serious contending team. Look, losses happen. Bad losses happen. Right? You do not lose in this fashion, in this manner. This is the type of thing that bad teams that are tanking or terrible teams or whatever lose. That's what they do. That's what they do. The Lakers aren't supposed to be that team. Lakers are supposed to be a contender. They sure haven't acted like it the last few games. To go and give that game up. You're hanging on by your chinny chin chin. And what happens? You botch it. And now you got to go play Memphis and Houston? And now what? Now we're expected them to win? I mean, look, those are the two biggest games. Those and then the other Houston game. But you just blew. This was a great opportunity, right? Go get another win. Put yourself in position, right? Stay pace, especially because Memphis lost tonight, right? So it would have given you win this game. You got a full game now on Memphis. You're playing them coming up. You beat Memphis. Now you got 2 full games on them. But nope. You decided to botch it. LeBron James decided to fumble. You didn't have to force it. If the Lakers didn't have any timeouts or whatever, you cannot panic it. Not LeBron. Not LeBron. If anybody else was inbounding that ball, you still are screaming. You're still furious. But that's the leader. That's the best player. That's the guy that saved the day yesterday. Well, guess what? That was yesterday. You just lost us the game today. Thanks. So, now what? It's inexcusable. You cannot have that happen. You cannot. You cannot lose this game. The game is over, right? Yes, did the Lakers as a team blow this and let them get back into the game and all that stuff? Absolutely. But when the game was over and you had a chance to seal it, you inbound the ball, and all you have to do is make one free throw. The game's over. And you did it. You did it. Again, I love LeBron. If I have an opportunity to defend LeBron, I defend LeBron. I do what I can to support the cause. I have said on record numerous times that I think LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play the game. That was despicable. LeBron lost us the game. I don't care if you love LeBron, hate LeBron, whatever. LeBron lost us the game. That's what that was. Yeah, he saved us yesterday. I don't care about yesterday. I care about today. I care about today. That was indefensible. The game's on the line. You're the best player. You're the guy. Inbound the ball. You cannot do that. You cannot fumble that way. You just can't. This is so incredibly frustrating. Because this was a game that you won. You won this game. You let this game get away from you. I don't care that it was a back-to-back. I don't care about anything else. You had the game in your back pocket. You're ready to go. Get the W. Get into the Memphis game. And you fumbled it. Absolutely ridiculous. I know Giddey made some prayer. Never should have even been in that position. That prayer should have meant nothing. Should have been like a good job, guy. That's what that should have been. But instead, what happens? We lose the game. It's inexcusable. 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 LeBron cannot do that. Cannot do that. Anyway, let's get into the box scores real quick. Break down some of the players, and then I'll jump into. I see all the super chats. Keep sending them in. We'll jump into the super chat questions, and then I'll jump into the regular chat here in a moment. Can't even talk. I'm so mad, dude. I'm like fuming, like furious, man. And I try to come on here. I try not to let my fandom leak too much, but I'm human, man. Like I cannot. This was. I can't let this one slide. Anyway, LeBron 8 of 20, 0 of 5 from 3, 0 of 5 from 3. Blew the game. 17 points, 12 assists, was a -10. Again, we talked about LeBron enough. Jackson Hayes was solid. 9 of 11, 8 rebounds, which is something that I've talked about, his lack of rebounding recently. Had a good rebounding game, which is what you want to see from him. Austin Reeves, the man did everything. He carried, hit big shots down the stretch, right? Both times, that they got back into it when they cut it to one. Reeves goes and hits the big shot. They take the lead. Reeves goes and hits the big shot. And we botched it. Lakers blew it. He's 10 of 17 from the floor, 3 of 9 from 3, 3 assists, 30 points, 2 blocks, and you blew it. Luka had a terrible shooting night. I mean, he nearly had a triple-double, but it meant 25 points, which, surprising. I didn't know he had that much, to be honest. I'm just furious watching that game. Again, didn't have a great game. Didn't have a terrible game, but it wasn't great. Wasn't anything that was like, oh, man, Luka really balled out today. Jared Vanderbilt was great, in my opinion. He was hustling, doing the dirty work, making the hustle plays. Same thing with Jordan Goodwin. He hit some big shots. Gabe Vincent had a solid game, solid outing. Dorian Finney-Smith shot the ball pretty poorly, but he's been shooting the ball very well recently. But he was aggressive. He was really good out there. Again, just a botch job. That's what this game was. This was just a botch job. But anyway, let's get into the super chats and all the regular chat questions. Real quick, if you haven't yet, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. And let's get into the chat. Stakes coming out, $2 super chat. Lakers just lost focus, mentally shaken, man. Lakers just completely took their foot off the gas. I mean, you're up 17. You're not good enough to just pack it in up, or was it 13? You're not good enough. You're not good enough to just go, hey, let's just chill. Right? Like, you're not good enough to play that way. You have to take it serious. Chicago just blitzed you the other night and put up 146 points. 146 points. You knew Chicago wasn't going to go anywhere. Right? Like, it's just, again, it's inexcusable. You cannot lose this game in that manner. And guess what? They did. They did. LeBron knows better. That's a rookie mistake. And that's my problem. Right? Again, it's LeBron. Dude, you're the smartest player ever. You're one of, if not the greatest player ever. Again, I'm on record to say he's the greatest player ever. You cannot turn the ball over in that spot. Again, I praise LeBron all the time, but I'm also the first to criticize him, and he deserves criticism for today. He lost us the game. Thanks for yesterday. Thanks for today. Again, it's inexcusable. Inexcusable. You cannot have that. Cannot have that. Kudini, coming out to $5 super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. LeBron sold so hard, especially with that pass. Reeves was literally trying to win the game with a bad ankle. LeBron needs to sit. It was ridiculous. Again, you had a timeout. You had no reason to force that pass. No reason. Everybody knew where you were trying to throw the ball because you didn't even look the other way. The whole time you're focused on Reeves, which I get. You're trying to get Reeves the basketball because he's your best free throw shooter and he's the guy that's just hot right now trying to lead you home. I get it. I get the idea. I get what you're trying to do. I get what you want to do, which you should. You should want to get the ball to Austin Reeves. But don't force the pass. There's no reason to force that pass. You had a timeout in your pocket. Call the timeout. Get to a spot where you can actually set up an actual play rather than scrambling. It's ridiculous. You cannot fumble that. You cannot lose in this manner. The game was over. You had the game. It was over. You have it in the bag. Literally. You have it in the bag. And what do? You sell it. It's inexcusable. It is so incredibly frustrating, man. So frustrating. Anyway, I appreciate the super chat. V coming out, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. LeBron sold this game. Stephen A. Somewhere in his tidy white. He's laughing at that. That's a good one. Thank you. I needed that laugh because I'm fuming, my guy. Yeah, LeBron 100% sold this game. Again, I'm a LeBron fan. I like LeBron. I'm on record numerous times saying that he's the greatest player ever. You can't do that. Can't turn the ball over in that stretch, in that moment. Again, especially when you have a timeout. Like, LeBron loves to use his timeouts, right? Like, why force that? I just don't get the logic. Stephen A. Smith is over there like Mr. Burns, just like, yes. Right? It's crazy. It is so frustrating. I know I try to like keep my cool, but man, it is so incredibly frustrating. Oh, it's so frustrating. Um, Rascal coming out $2 super chat. How do you not foul? How do you not call a timeout if JJ? I don't. The timeout is the thing. The foul I didn't mind. You had 2 scores. You're up 5. Like why foul? Even if they got the 3, they don't have any timeouts left. You go in, you knock down both your free throws, and the game's over. I understand not fouling. Like what why? You know, you foul, something happens. You know, they get an offensive rebound, kick out 3, and all of a sudden, you know, you're in a terrible spot, right? Like you get the same result, right? So I don't mind not fouling because if you inbound the ball properly, or if you call timeout, right? Like you're good. As far as not calling timeout, that's on LeBron. I don't blame JJ's on the other side of the court. You know, LeBron's the guy. He trusts LeBron. LeBron's the greatest player ever. Right? LeBron's the smartest guy ever. If LeBron, instead of forcing the pass, call your timeout. Use it. I don't put that on JJ. JJ's not the guy inbounding the basketball. JJ's trusting his superstar, best player, highest IQ guy to make the play. A simple inbound. It wasn't like he was asking him to shoot a half-court shot. You don't think LeBron knew that there was that? And it's not like the shot clock or the inbound clock was winding down. He had time. He forced and rushed the pass because he thought he could thread it, and he couldn't. And Giddey snatched it, kicked it out to Kobe White, and it was a bucket. Right? Like, again, it's inexcusable. You cannot have that. Cannot have that. Cypher coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. A handful of mistakes cost us the game. The Bulls aren't a good team. Also, water is wet. Your Warriors are trash, even with Curry. Look, Lakers as a team did everything they could to fumble that game, 100%. But my issue is you had the game over. You inbound the basketball. You didn't have, Dorian Finney-Smith or somebody like that inbound the ball. You had your best player, the smartest, highest IQ guy who has a timeout in his back pocket, inbound the ball. Right? Like, again, if you had anybody else, right, we're all still fuming. We're all still furious. But for it to be LeBron, he can't do that. Mistakes happen, bad things. He cannot do that. Again, you're the GOAT. You're the guy, right? So you cannot do that. Luka, same thing. If Luka was in that position, you cannot do that. You're the guy, the star. Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, somebody else does it. Again, we're still furious. But a lot of the conversation is, why was he inbounding the ball? No, you had the right play. You had LeBron inbounding the basketball. You didn't need, that should be money. And he has a timeout in his pocket. So he had no reason to rush it. He had no reason to force the pass. If you don't like it, call a timeout. Why are you threading the needle, especially against a team that's hot and just caught fire and is just tearing it up? Has all the momentum. Why would you do that? That's my problem. Right? Again, you don't lose a game like this up 13 late because, of one play, but you had the game over. That's my problem. That's where I'm furious. The game was over. You had it. You had it. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. But anyway, appreciate the super chats, everyone. Let's get into the regular chat here. I'm with you. We lost. Yes, we lost, which is crazy. Tyler LeBron jump shot is so broken right now. It is. Again, with that, I'm willing to give him, again, I'm furious with LeBron right now. So I'm trying to, in that situation, I'm okay with him getting back in a rhythm, right? He missed 2 weeks, 8 games, right? He's always been kind of a bit of a ebbs and flow shooter, rhythm guy. I'm fine with him trying to get his legs back under him, right? He came back and immediately had to jump into back-to-backs, right? So, I'm okay with him having to struggle shooting the basketball. He's not getting carried away, which I appreciate, right? LeBron had struggles earlier in the season, if you remember. And he missed like 21 straight threes or something like that. But like he just kept shooting like 9, 10 threes a game. And it was like, dude, you're taking 20 shots and half of them are threes. And I get he was trying to shoot himself out of a slump, but it's like, dude, I'm glad that he's not shooting the ball well right now. And instead of taking 10 threes, he's taking half of that, right? Trying to take a couple in rhythm, right? Trying to get a shot. So we'll see. I'm willing to give him, like I said, handful of games to kind of get right. Shooting is very finicky. Blame LeBron. It is. I mean, it is. It's his fault. He lost the game. He did. Let's see. Disappointed Lakers relaxed in the last 2 minutes and got cooked. Yep, 100%. Let's see. What a bad loss. Do you think it's realistic for us to trade for Bam this summer? I would love that, but probably not, if I'm being honest. I just, Bam's probably going for a pretty good return. I don't know what his contract situation is out there, man. Let me see if I can find that. Bam Adebayo. See. Contract. There it is. Sorry, I'm just like fuming, man. I'm still furious, man. Let's see. 3-year, $165 million. Did he just get a new extension? I think he just got a new extension. Yeah, so probably not. I was gonna say if he's like on an expiry, like he has one more year or something like that, then I could see him, maybe force his way to Lakers type thing. But yeah, no, I never say never because you never know, but more likely than not, Asking for how do you not make Giddey pass? I mean, you're in the last shot. I mean, you're scrambling. Which, by the way, first off, I appreciate the super chat. Secondly, I mean, again, you have guys scrambling, right? Like you close off the first two guys that looked ahead. Josh Giddey, you're trying to, he threw up a prayer, right? I mean, 99 out of 100 times he's missing that, right? And he's not like this like ridiculous shooter. Like if that was Steph, it's like, dude, of course he's gonna make that, right? He threw up a prayer and he hit it, right? You kind of live with it. I get trying to get him out of the ball, but he might have not have given it up. I mean, the clock was done, right? Like he didn't have time to pass it. He probably throws it, and you don't want to foul, right? Because you're only up one, so you don't want to risk, trying to undercut or something like that, and then he gets fouled, and now he's going to free throw line to win the game. I mean, that's probably better than him, because who knows? Maybe he misses both, or at least only hits one, and you're going into overtime. But he threw up a prayer. Right. I'm not mad about, obviously I'm mad about the prayer because, it's a thing, but I'm not that's not my gripe. It's the fact that you blew the game as a whole. Right. It's just trying to zen. Appreciate you. Lakers always play short in one quarter. Yeah. I mean, they just took their foot off the gas, and Chicago just got hot at the right time. Lakers took their foot off the gas because they thought they were going to win the game, and they just botched it. Poor effort from the Lakers. LeBron lost this. WTF. Yep. Lakers threw that win without a doubt. You're not trading LeBron. Look, I'm furious. I'm furious as anybody, but it's not get crazy. Boo. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I feel bad for Reeves. Yeah, he tried everything. He really did. Up by 5, yep, and blew it. Wow. I'm so done. I might burn all my life. Don't do that. I get the fuck. I'm furious too, but 2-possession game and you blew it in 6 seconds, like that, literally. LeBron threw it away without a doubt. Can't wait till we replace Jackson Hayes. He fouls too much, can't play good defense. Look, I've said I like Jackson Hayes. I don't like him as a starter. I don't think he's a starting level center. Him as your, as a backup, sure. Keep him, right? Terrible. Yep. Pathetic. Come on, man. LeBron is BS locked in. That was terrible. Just pissed me off. Yeah. 100%. This is on LeBron. They just in control and they gave up 44 points. Just a shame. Yeah. They literally just they handed them the game on a silver platter. They said, "Here, hey, now we don't want to win this one." I can't watch another Laker game till OKC. Get a stop, yeah, or just inbound the ball properly. Simple. Why inbound in that corner? Where was the relief pass? LeBron didn't even look. Literally, he had his eye. Like, why did Giddey steal that? Because it wasn't like it was the guy on Reeves. Giddey was the guy that was on LeBron. Everyone knew where the ball was going. LeBron didn't even look in another direction, right? So who knows if the help pass might have been there. He had a timeout. Call the timeout, right? Like, all you had to do was just inbound the ball, call a timeout, advance the ball, and get it, and now you got a better position. It's just, man. Sorry, trying to find something to make. Without a doubt, we lost that game. We threw it 100%. How do we lose? Because Lakers just decided to say, here you go. At least Memphis lost too. Yeah, seriously. So we at least keep in pace. But, man, Lakers are doing everything they can to just botch this, man. This one is on LeBron, 100%. I think I'm seriously done being a Laker fan. This is really annoying. Look, the Lakers can't lose this game. But, like, we got to not overreact. Let's see. You can't have him as the GOAT no more. Welcome back, MJ. LeBron sold in the last 13 seconds. 2 absolute bonehead plays back to back. LeBron isn't locked in, not good yet. LeBron needs his ass whooped. Call Stephen A. According to Stephen A., he's willing to swing on him. Oh my God, that guy. Let's see. We close out quarters quite terribly. Yes, closing out quarters and the third quarter are like terrible for us. We were actually good in the third quarter of this game, but closing quarters, man, Lakers just, it has been an issue for years. Like, this isn't like a new Laker thing. Yeah, blew the switch and then turned the ball over. Yep. Yep, LeBron blew the game. WTF, I'm right there with you, Chris. The Dizzler got us again. Yeah, dude, he's been torching us. Literally. Like, him and Kobe White have just been cooking us. Whole team choked you. Doesn't make sense. We can't beat the Bulls. This is why we should have been got a big man. AD would have destroyed them by himself. Damn, yeah. It's just, again, we did beat the Bulls. Lakers just blew it. Right? The game was over. Game was over. 100%. I say the same thing all the time. I have said this exact phrase. I don't even know how many times since I've done, I mean, in life, period, but in just as a commenter, right? Like, or a content creator, right? I would have rather Lakers give up 146 again than lose like this. This is again an inexcusable. Got my blood pressure high, not watching the next game. Yeah, without a doubt. This was no defense playing ass. Warriors will probably lose to Lakers. Yeah, Lakers usually sweep them. I know we lost, but I'm glad this happened because we know we got to be perfect to win a championship. Yeah, but that's something that the Lakers should know, period. Right? It's why the Lakers have struggled recently. Right? Lakers don't have margin for error. Their team's not good enough for one, and two, it's not complete enough. You have far too many holes to be half-assing it at points during the game. You just can't. Without a doubt. If Hayes didn't foul so much, we would have won. Piss-poor loss again. Same shit every game. Slow on closing out all the three-pointers. Yep. What did I just watch? You guess as good as mine. See you next season. Wait, the Lakers lost. Yes, they blew that game. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds made up. No, they blew that game. They lost that game. Like it's woosah. I like the video support, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Take a quick second if you haven't yet. Hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. You know, man, it's just such a bad look. Such a bad look. Multiple games with double-digit leads where Lakers blow leads. LeBron is a liability on defense at this point. LeBron's been good defensively. I mean, I know he missed assignments this game, but he was excellent last night, and he was good up until the end of the game. I mean, Luka and Reeves, and LeBron's the last defensive guy that is an issue. We have 5 other guys that are worse than him that play 30 minutes a night. I can't believe it yet. Seriously, it feels fake. I don't blame you. The game looked over. The game should have been over. Literally, the game should have been over. Wow. Yep. The Bulls aren't better than the Lakers. All right. Lakers won the game. They literally handed it to them. Right? The Bulls aren't better than the Lakers, right? The Bulls are a bad team. They're hot right now. Don't get me wrong. They've been playing really good basketball recently, but bad teams beat good teams all the time. Right? Are they better than Denver? Because they just smacked Denver the other night. Goodwin and Vandal are the only ones playing hard. I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith gets after it pretty good too. But that's the problem is that, it's just it's one of my concerns that I keep highlighting, right? Like the Lakers lack of two-way guys, one, but two, your main guys that you're looking to play 30 plus minutes, none of them can play defense, right? Like Jackson Hayes isn't a great rim protector. Rui Hachimura, can't defend me, right? Like Austin Reeves, he's okay, but he's not good or great. And Luka, who has good hands. His hands are he's really good at like reading passing lanes and got quick active hands, but he's not a good defense player. And then LeBron, like he can't put defensive sequences together possession after possession after possession for 35, 38 minutes a night, right? Because again, he's 40 in year 22. So that 146 game last night was bad. This was worse than I would have rather that again. Again, a loss is bad either way, but I would have rather gotten blown out. To have the game won, all you have to do is inbound the basketball and you blow it. It's just that was a choke by LeBron, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, LeBron sold. LeBron absolutely sold. What just happened? Lakers blew it. Yeah, this was, in my opinion, this was the worst L of the season. Worst L of the season. To be honest, if this was 2 years ago, I would have cried, broke down, and hit something. Luckily, I've improved on keeping my anger because it's just sports. But wow, that hurts. Yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it 100%. Believe me, it was very hard to. I know I did a whole rant and stuff when I first came on it, but it was very hard not to come on and just like break something on camera. Because man, that was such a bad loss. Oh, that was such a bad loss. Stephen A. Smith is somewhere smiling right now. You're not wrong. Let's see. Yeah, they just gave it up, literally. Chicago didn't quit. They stuck with it. Lakers expected them to lay down, and they didn't. And then they took their foot off the gas and just let them beat them. I just can't believe this, man. I'm right there with you. Lakers Nation is hilarious. I love it. Everybody lost their marbles. What do you expect? Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Yeah. I'm having a Jim Moore moment. It's because it's ridiculous. Seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see. I know listening to this comment right now might sound pitiful and annoying, but sometimes that's just what it means to be a sports fan, loving a team. I'm still riding with the team no matter what. LA. I'm not going anywhere, man. So you're not going to wake up tomorrow and this is going to be as it stands Clippers or something like that, right? Like, still ride it with the team no matter what. It's just, again, it's an inexcusable loss, right? I always try to, be a half fool type guy. I always try to, like, yeah, we lost. It was a bad loss, but here are the good spots. Like, I always try to, I'm honest, right? I'll be like, hey, this is terrible. Like, but I always try to spin it, in the end and kind of like, hey, at least there's some, you just can't do it with this. It's just one of those things where you're just like, again, I'm not even wearing a hat because they don't deserve it. Lakers don't deserve me wearing a Laker hat right now. I guess, apparently. Let's see. For LeBron to make those mistakes like this, Lakers are in trouble in the playoffs. I mean, Lakers might be in trouble in the playoffs regardless. I still think Lakers have a good chance of winning, but it's you can't have those mistakes. Can't have those blunders. It's just, again, it's inexcusable. Michael, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I miss Max Christie. Perfect for matching up with Giddey and Kobe White. I expected Houston's athleticism will out rebound and eat us in the paint. That's my concern. Is Houston? I mean, even Memphis, right? We'll see if Ja and them play, but both of those teams have all the tools to beat the Lakers. Push the pace. They have interior set presence and size, especially Houston. Şengün, man, that guy can beat you on the inside, right? Like that, those games could go very badly very quickly. As far as missing Max Christie, I agree. I said it when the trade happened. I would have rather given up anybody else. I would have rather given up more picks, Dalton Connect, whatever you have to do, right? Than give up Max Christie. I mean, you make the trade. Like, Max Christie isn't the difference between you getting Luka or not. But I mean, he's the guy. He would have been seamless. It would have been perfect, right? To have him there to match up, knock down the three ball, just be that 3-and-D, like legit 3-and-D, too, would have went a long way. But man, it is frustrating, But I appreciate you, and I am right there with you. I am worried. Lakers aren't a serious contender, Tyler. I mean, look, I don't think that they're unserious, right? Playoffs are a very different thing. LeBron and Luka. Like, why does Luka seem to regularly beat teams that he has no business beating in the playoffs? I mean, how many times have we seen him? Like the Clippers back when they were like at their peaks, and OKC last year just shredding them and stuff, because the playoffs suit his play style so much better than the regular season. From an offense standpoint, defense standpoint, everything, right? Game slows down. LeBron experience is a huge factor, right? There's so many factors that go into the playoffs that just don't go into the regular season, that are completely irrelevant come regular season. I mean, how many times have you seen, a team even sweep somebody in the regular season? I mean, just in dominant fashion, and then go to the playoffs and just get swept themselves. I mean, LeBron did it to Atlanta and Toronto every year, right? Like, they would like sweep the season series in dominant fashion and then get to the playoffs and just get ran through, right? Because it's a very different beast. So it's not that I don't think that they're a serious contender. It's just they don't look like it right now, and they need to fix it. They have flaws. They have holes. Look, I still believe the Lakers can win the championship, but I've always said and maintained that I wouldn't bet on it, right? Like, it's not something that I'm like, oh, lock it in, Lakers, they're going to be the 2025 NBA champions. Like, no. All right, like, this is something that could very well be. I think that they at least make it to the second round, but depending on the matchups, depending on who they play, right? I mean, Lakers could easily lose in the first, second round, right? It's just matchups are going to be very important, execution and intensity, right? Well, if we get the Lakers, with big leads just taking their foot off the gas, then yeah, it's a problem. But we'll see. The NBA were amazing habits. You're not wrong. Yep, straight BS. I can't believe LeBron cost us the game. I can't either. All right. Again, it's inexcusable at that point. Let's see. We aren't beating OKC, Denver OKC like this. Not with this poor execution. Absolutely not. There's 12 and a half seconds left. How can you respect your leader if he is the one who's choking a big game? I'm not saying LeBron lost respect. Like, let's not get crazy. I get the frustration, right? Believe me, I am fuming. But that was it was a terrible moment, and LeBron James again cannot do that. LeBron cannot do that. But you're not gonna like look at your leader different because he didn't get somebody killed. He had a bonehead moment, right? He had a terrible, terrible moment that you just cannot have. But I mean, look, he saved the day the other night, right? Again, it's just I don't care so much about it, but it's what have you done for me lately? But LeBron has to be distracted with Stephen A. Smith. I don't think so, honestly. I mean, again, he won the game last night, right? Like, I think this is just again just. But you really think in that moment he's thinking about Stephen A. Smith in that situation? I mean, if he is, then that's a big problem, right? Like, then there's more going on than we think. I don't think this one. I don't think LeBron's like, man, Stephen A. and me are like as he's trying to inbound the basketball. I just think he thought he could thread the needle, and he was wrong. Even after LeBron fumbles, Reeves scored, and Bucket Man, and then Giddey with the half court. Man, I'm furious. Yeah. LeBron did cost us the game. Love LeBron, but damn, 100% it was LeBron. This was LeBron's loss. Game's over. You haven't win. My biggest problem is you had a timeout in your pocket. So you didn't need to force it. You didn't need to thread the needle. You didn't need to do anything crazy. LeBron loses the game. Giving up 3 threes in under 10 seconds is crazy. Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong at all. Yeah, there's no defending LeBron right now. No defending LeBron. This was terrible. Let's see. But y'all want to send Reeves to the bench, right? I can't believe this. He's been averaging 26, 28. We all want LeBron over him. I mean, LeBron's still the better player, right? Like, Austin Reeves has been fantastic, but LeBron's the better player. And you need more defense out on the perimeter. You need LeBron's size on the interior, right? Like, you still, even if you do believe Austin Reeves is better than LeBron, which I don't know why anyone would, but even if you did, matchup wise and rotation wise, Austin Reeves makes more sense coming off the bench than LeBron. Again, Reeves can still do everything that he did today. They can still be at the end of games, right? It's just the beginning of games. To have Austin Reeves come off the bench, so you have that better balance in your starting unit. Let's see. It's just the breaks of the game. The ball is round. Anybody can win. Yes and no. Like, I get your point, and you're not wrong, right? Like, but you had the game won, right? Like, the half-court heave, the miracle shot, if this was just a hard-fought game and Josh Giddey hit some miracle, fine. This would be a very different conversation. But that's not what happened. Right? You can't turn the ball over in that stretch. You can't, like somebody said, giving up 3 threes in under 10 seconds. I mean, you're talking, what was it? Who was it? Houston with Tracy McGrady scored 13 points in, 20 seconds or whatever? Like, that's basically what just happened with the Lakers. Westbrook would have did that, Tyler. I mean, you might not be wrong in that regard. Let's see. I'm speechless yet. It's just wild. AR did carry. Agreed. I hate Josh Giddey. Yeah, Josh Giddey. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Nobody blows leads like that, except if you're the Lakers. The Lakers love to play with their food and blow stuff out. Cosman coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Why this bull always happen to us? My guy, you're preaching to the choir. I'm right there with you. How many times, bro? Always happens to us. Yes, Braun cost us tonight. I know he saved us last night, but cost us tonight. Agreed. I don't know if you heard earlier. I said the same thing. Like, thanks for last night, but thanks for tonight. Like, again, I don't care what you did last night. You saved the game last night. Nice. What did you do for us today? You blew it. You cost us the game. My biggest problem is, like, again, LeBron cannot do that. Him and Luka are probably the only two guys on the court that cannot do that, right? Reeves, I'd probably be pretty close to that as mad. Obviously, anybody that does that, we're fuming. We're furious. But you're the best player, one of the best IQ guys ever, if not the best IQ guy ever, the best player ever, or one of the best players ever, if not the best player ever. In a spot, game's over. All you have to do is inbound the basketball. You literally have a timeout in your back pocket, so you don't have to force it. You're not in a position where it's like, hey, if we don't inbound the ball, then they get the inbound under their basket and can take the lead or win the game. There's no reason that should have happened, and it did. Zero reason that should have happened, and it did. It is inexcusable. Inexcusable. But you're not wrong. Like, seriously, bros. Like, it's it's so frustrating because, like, this nonsense just happens regularly. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how, like, it's just every possible way the Lakers can lose, they seem to find a way to lose. Like, man, it's frustrating. But I appreciate you, Cosman. Seriously, thank you. I told you all LeBron is not the GOAT. I mean, this doesn't change the GOAT debate. Like, if you think LeBron's the GOAT, this doesn't change it. I mean, every superstar. Look, Jordan's never had a bad bonehead moment to lose a game. Of course he has. You know, Kareem, Magic. I mean, not remember Tragic Johnson, right? Like Kobe. Like, everybody's had bad moments, right? Like, literally, you name it. Guys have had bad moments. It's like, kid, if you think he's the GOAT, this isn't something where you're like, oh, he's no longer the GOAT. This is just like, you cannot do that in this moment, right? Like, because you're the GOAT. See what I mean by LeBron's got to go, Tyler? But you'd rather ship out Reeves first. His time is over. It's Luka and Reeves' team now. I still disagree. Again, last night, LeBron literally saved the Lakers. Tonight, yes, he cost the Lakers, but let's see. LeBron just hates his own case. He's my GOAT, but I can't defend what he does in late game situations. He's terrible. Yeah, he's just been he has been that was not good. Warriors will not pass them because the Lakers will win the game. They are not supposed to, and the Warriors will lose a game they are supposed to win. Yeah, look, the Warriors. I'm not worried about the Warriors, kid. It's just, to me, it's just, will we finish fourth or will we finish fifth? Those are literally the two questions. Are Lakers going to finish fourth or are the Lakers going to finish fifth? I'm not worried about Lakers finishing anything less than. I don't think they finish sixth, seventh, anything like that. Personally. Worst loss of the season period. I'm right there with you. Dan, the Laker fan, is fuming. He's not live yet. I don't blame him, man. I like. It was really hard to jump into a live stream after that. Extremely hard. You know, like I said, I just wanted to come on and just like have a viral moment of me just like smashing my TV or something. But no, then I got to buy a new one. And TVs are cheaper now than they used to be, but still not that cheap. Not enough for me to smash it on live. I don't blame you at all. At all. Lakers were stuck at 105 points for like 3 minutes. Yeah. There was several stretches like that in this game. Lakers had Lakers, what was it? It was like 80. I think it was like 85, 83. And it was like that for like literally like 5 minutes. Like, both teams just couldn't buy a bucket. It was just like terrible basketball. I don't know how, when we start Rui, we are winning, but Dorian starts, we're losing. I mean, it was one game, right? Like, and Rui hit some big shots down the stretch to his credit. But I mean, it was one game. No, this is a JJ Redick problem. I disagree. I don't. Again, JJ Redick's not the one inbounding the ball. LeBron is. You put the ball in your best player's hand. You put the ball in your highest IQ player's hand, best playmaker. Like, again, like, how is LeBron turning the ball over JJ's fault? All right. Let's see. Up 15 going into the fourth, pathetic, yeah. And Lakers were up like 13 late in the game. No troll. LeBron James lost us this game. Still my goat, though. He did. Again, there's nothing wrong with being honest. Right? Like, we can be honest. Look, I love LeBron. I think LeBron's great. But he cost us the game. He did. It's that simple. Cost us the game. You know, yeah, he won us last night. Great. But how does this affect LeBron's legacy? I don't think it affects it at all. You think anyone's going to remember? I mean, well, maybe LeBron haters will. Remember 20 years ago in the Chicago Bulls game when LeBron turned the ball over? Lakers' lack of interior size is being exposed 100%. I mean, it was a concern from the moment we didn't get Mark Williams. It was like, oh, this might be a problem. So that's the issue, right? That's a big concern, in my opinion, is will the Lakers be able to manage the lack of interior size, particularly come playoff time, especially against some of these bigger teams. Like a team like OKC, I think Lakers would be fine. Obviously, play the Warriors, that'd be great. Even same thing with Houston. I think they'll be fine. I do worry about Şengün a little bit, but I do think Rui's physicality and strength should be able to, at least match him physicality-wise. But I do, like I talked about, like with Memphis, I do worry. Like Zach Edey's not like a 20-20 guy, but he's 7'4", 300 pounds, right? Like, even if he's not giving you, 20 points, he might give you 20 rebounds, right? Like, there's definitely some things that I have concerns about. David, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. AR, LeBron James, Luka only work if all three play both ways hard. I think they will do better in the playoffs, but LeBron James just can't get younger, and Luka needs to get better. Yeah, I mean, the Luka thing definitely is always kind of been the offseason. The LeBron thing, yeah, definitely can't get older or get younger. And that's my problem. That's why I think there is a genuine argument to have AR come off the bench. And it's nothing against him. He's been great, right? Like, it's not, which is why it's hard to put him on the bench, because it's like, dude, you've been so good. We're going to reward you by bringing you off the bench. But it's honestly what's probably best for the team, right? Because now you can inject, like, if you start, and I've talked about this before, if you start Luka, Jordan Goodwin, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes, I wish we had Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes, then you're good, right? Like, you have those two do everything, do the dirty work, grunt guys. Luka likes to get going in the first quarters anyway, so he can be more aggressive in the first, right? He can kind of find his shot and his rhythm. You got between LeBron and Luka just scoring and setting guys up, you're going to have more than enough offense, but now you just have better balance and better defense. And then at any point, you can always just inject offense. And then it also allows Austin Reeves to continue to be aggressive. He comes in for LeBron or Luka and then just go, right? Like, be aggressive. Don't worry about anything else. So I do think there is that argument, but it's frustrating. It is frustrating. Let's see. Where was I? This absolutely worst loss I've ever seen the Lakers take. Now this means that no team will ever respect sizable lead in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I mean, you can't, right? No lead is safe. No lead is safe. JJ's game plan is not suited for the current roster. Lakers won 8 straight games with missing like most of their stars and everything. Like, I don't think that's what this is. I think it's just now you have concerns about the defense because you have Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves out there, right? At some point, do you have to change it? Did you watch Kobe or MJ play, Tyler? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I grew up in the 90s, 90 kid. MJ is the greatest player ever, Tyler. Nah, like I've always said, I think LeBron's the best. If you talk about just pure basketball, LeBron's the greatest player. But if you think it's MJ, cool. What are we hoping for? In what sense? Hoping the Lakers get their act together. This team makes the laziest inbound passes. Makes the laziest inbound passes when the game is on the line. What are you doing, JJ Brown? It's just ridiculous. You cannot turn the ball over in that stretch. Tyler delusional now? How? Because I've always maintained, even when you were like regular in the chat, I always said that LeBron I thought was the greatest player ever. Let's see. Are you talking about after the inbounds? He was wide open, right? You talking about when you were up 3 and on the inbounds, like after they turned the ball over. At that point, you're scrambling, right? Reeves was trying to get out to the shooter, right? Because Giddey caught the ball and then gave it up to Kobe White in the corner, and Reeves was trying to scramble, right? So they didn't even have a chance to foul. And you can't foul off ball because then they get free throws and the ball back. It's an off-ball foul. Twice. Not just once, twice. Yeah, JJ has the power to call timeout, but again, LeBron has the ball in his hands with the timeout. And you still have like 4 seconds on the inbound clock, right? Like, wait, is JJ supposed to call a timeout? I mean, he could have called a timeout immediately, but why? You want to get a good look. You want to see if you can inbound the ball because you never know if something crazy does happen. You have that timeout in your back pocket. But again, you put the ball in your best player's hands, right? It's okay to be like, hey, LeBron cost us the game. He did it, right? Like, it's not anyone else. You put the ball in your best player's hands. You gave him the basketball, and he fumbled it, right? Like, it's okay to just be like, hey, LeBron lost us the game. There is no excuse for that loss, without a doubt. Let's see. Tyler, he's old. That has nothing to do with his age. Again, that's just a bad decision. He's the all-time leader in turnovers, Tyler. It's normal for LeBron. I mean, again, in that spot, how many inbounds in that situation has he turned the ball over? I mean, it's one thing to turn the ball over a ton, of course. High usage guys usually turn the ball over. Yes, is LeBron the all-time leader in turnovers? Yeah, sure. But again, in that spot, it wasn't a turnover, a live ball turnover, or I mean, technically it was a live ball turnover, but I mean, like in the flow of the action of the game, this was just like on an inbound. On an inbound. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something to me. This wasn't on JJ. Again, the ball was in the best player's hands. Sorry, trying to find something to me. JJ didn't sell the game. The ball is in LeBron James's hands. What are you talking about? Right? Like, again, could JJ have called the timeout immediately? Sure. But for what? You try to see if you can get a good look on the inbound while they're scrambling. They don't have timeouts, right? The proper play was to have LeBron inbound the ball, scan, survey, nothing, timeout, and then you set up and run a play to get Reeves an open look. But they're literally scrambling, right? And you didn't. If you would have, if Dorian Finney-Smith would have went to inbound the ball, you probably call a timeout immediately. But it's LeBron James. Again, it's LeBron. This isn't on JJ. This is on LeBron. Bulls score 44 in the fourth again, yeah. And Lakers blew it. Let's see. Yeah, LeBron, exactly. LeBron James lost the game, period. It's okay to admit LeBron James lost the game. Again, we praise him yesterday when he won the game. We were all, he's the GOAT. He's this, that, and the other. Well, you can't have it both ways. If LeBron wins a game, give him all the praise in the world, right? Call him whatever you want. He's the GOAT. He's this, he's that. Fine. But if LeBron costs us a game, we have to be honest. We have to be fair. We have to say, hey, the guy blew it. Let's see. There is no way Miami lets Bam go for anything less than Reeves, Rui, and picks. So that's already a loss. Even then, I don't know if they let him go, especially to the Lakers and LeBron. I was hoping we would vote the Bulls, but instead, this was a light years beyond joke game. Yeah, 100%. I don't understand what the bleep happened tonight. Lazy, crazy, baloney, 100%. I don't know how this happens. Like, genuinely, I don't know how you blow this type of game. It's inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. Oh shoot, darn it. There we go. So now that the playoffs are just around the corner, who are the Lakers? Are we playing in the first round? We still don't know yet. I mean, there's still 20 different possible combinations. Lakers could literally play anybody from, the Rockets to the Memphis Nuggets. Right? I mean, Warriors, even if they squeeze into the 5 spot, Lakers finish 4. I mean, there's literally like 6 teams that the Lakers could end up playing in the first round still. Denny would be great. I just don't think that they'll give him up because he's like literally their guy. Exactly. Forget the last shot. Bulls money line was the easiest bet of all time. I don't know about easiest. That was. I blame LeBron on this one. Shaking my head. You have to. Again, love LeBron. This was on him. Let's see. Recap. What's the Lakers' biggest issues with the team? Lack of interior size. Is lack of interior defense, period. But lack of interior size is a huge problem, right? Because now the Lakers have to pack the paint and then chase around shooters and run off shooters, which exerts a lot of energy and effort. And you have to essentially be locked in 48 minutes a game, every game, for it to really have an effect, right? And I mean that's the biggest issue. Outside of that, it's the still a lot of the same issues we had before the Luka trade, which was lack of two-way guys. Right, all our guys are either defenders or scorers rather than both. Lakers have an incomplete roster. It's just will they be able to overcome those come playoff time? I'm almost tempted to think that through this game, how can anybody be that stupid? It definitely looks like that. I don't want to think that that's the case, but it didn't look great. Genuine question. Has there been a team worse than the Lakers since 2021 or 2020-2021 season when it comes to finding new ways to lose games? This Lakers team really loves to find this year. Lakers have done a really good job. I have nothing. I'll be back in 2022 at this point. Let's see. I don't like how Luka's minutes are used. They need to start him in the fourth. They haven't been great on holding leads in minutes without him. 14-1 run allowed in the first 3 minutes of the fourth without him. I mean, you're not wrong. JJ has all season going into the fourth either started Anthony Davis and had LeBron rest, or started LeBron and had Anthony Davis rest, right? So that way you can have all your starters there for the last. There is a genuine argument to switch that. Have Luka start the fourth and then LeBron sit on the bench, and then kind of flip flop that. But all right, I'm gonna do a couple more questions and get on out of here. Got a lot of stuff I need to talk about. Let's see. We have no backcourt defense. You're not wrong. Bad stretch just happened. We were loving it when they were winning. Let's just weather the storm. again, bad stretches happen. I'm not like losses in general happen. I'm not one to overreact to a loss. This is a game that isn't an overreaction. This is a game that it's inexcusable to lose. The game is over. You're up 13 late. You were up 5 with 12 seconds left. All you have to do is inbound the basketball. The game's over. As long as the Warriors and Celtics don't win the finals and the Dodgers repeat, I'm good. We ain't winning shit with LeBron. Let's do like 2 more. And then I'm going to get on out of here. Trade Luka and LeBron. If I can even find something to me. Tyler is having a moment. Frustrating is a total understatement. I kid. I'm trying to keep my composure to the best of my ability. Because I'm on camera, but there is a big part of me that just wants to throw a hissy fit. But let's see. I disagree. It's not about paper. It's in general. I mean, again, Bulls smacked the Nuggets. Are they better than the Nuggets? Are the Bulls really the best team in the league because they've been playing like it? Right? Again, teams go on good stretches. Good teams beat, or lose to bad teams all the time. Doesn't mean that they're better. Right? Again, Lakers had the game won. Literally, all they had to do was just not fumble the ball in the last minute and the game's over. And then nobody's saying the Bulls are better than the Lakers. But let me see if there's anything interesting. Let's see. We're our first round. I disagree. I think Lakers will at least make the second round, at least. But anyway, I'm gonna skate on out of here. I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me. And look, this was again incredibly frustrating, to put it lightly. We need the Lakers to figure some stuff out, because we can't have this. Again, it's inexcusable. It is literally inexcusable. But hopefully, to kind of half full, hopefully this lights a spark under the Lakers and they kind of, get their butts back in gear. But anyway, I just put a link in the stream. That's my new channel, my personal channel. I think I'm going to make a video about the Stephen A. and LeBron situation, because I don't want to talk about it here because I don't want to turn this into like a drama channel, right? And I don't want to get a bunch of subscribers based off of like drama, you know what I mean? But after he mentioned Kobe and said some nonsense earlier today, I was like, all right, I need to talk about it because it's ridiculous. So I'm going to make a video probably tomorrow about that on that channel. So go watch that video that I just put in the link. Subscribe to that channel for me. I'm trying to get monetized on that channel. Not posting every day. I just post kind of when something interesting happens, but want to just personal channel, give my opinion on different things, get different takes. If you guys want me to talk about something specific you want to hear my opinion on, once we get settled, since I moved to Wisconsin, once we get the house and get settled, I want to start doing more like, family stuff, things like that, kind of give you a peek into my life a little bit. I don't want to do like a family channel, but something just like fun. So click that link for me, go subscribe to that channel, subscribe to this channel, of course, like the video, all of that stuff. And we got Houston and Memphis. Let's get it. Here we go.